before this recording happened, we had a topic on, I guess, a couple days ago. The Rockets and Carmelo Anthony were meeting to discuss his role for the remainder of the season. That came after Carmelo shot 1 for 11, like 1 for 12 against his former team, the Thunder, in their game on TNT. So it was on Thursday, and the Rockets right now are, let's see, at 12th place. After they were first place last year, they're in 12th place in the Western Conference this year.
And pretty much they're blaming Carmelo.
At 4-7. And yeah, pretty much it seems like they're blaming Carmelo. So before we went on the air, like as soon as we hit the record button, there was a report from Bleacher Report that said the Rockets are considering getting rid of Carmelo.
Yeah.
It says Carmelo Anthony has been informed that his time with Houston is ending soon. That comes from the New York Times, which is wild because Melo used to play for New York, and they still posting headlines about him. So, a lot of people support Carmelo because he came out of that great class 2003. Dwayne Wade, LeBron James, Chris Bosh, Carmelo Anthony, Darko Milicic. My question is, so I got a couple questions for you. Do you think that Carmelo is the reason why do you think that the Rockets are losing because of Carmelo? Yes. And do you think it's time for Carmelo to hang up, lace them up, as I say, hang up the
shoes,
the old Jordans?
I think so. I mean, like every time that Carmelo's on a team, they just do worse for some reason.
Ever since he left Denver.
Right. Anytime that he's on a team, like they could be doing decently before him, but they just like start tanking. So this whole Carmelo cancer thing started coming about, and then people still overhype him because the Hoodie Melo shit. But when you're playing with nobody and you're shooting, threes and you're making them all, that's different from when you're in an NBA game. So I think he's good in the whole 4-on-4 pickup game, but as far as him being NBA ready anymore, I don't think he's not a
superstar anymore, and people get that
he's not
mistaken. Like, my thing is, like, he hasn't been a superstar since maybe like his first and second year in New York.
Yeah,
at that. So New York fans are helpless at this point. Like they want to grasp onto something so bad. Like Carmelo was their last superstar that they had in. Now they got Porzingis and he is injured. So New York Knicks fans at least want something to hold on to, and it's like
they got their rookie
right now
doing
you got
decent.
nothing. But still, the Knicks as a team, they're not finna go nowhere no time soon.
But then any team that Carmelo's on is just pretty much cancer.
Yeah.
So the other thing about that is when they were trying to do that Jimmy Butler trade, and Houston was willing to give up 4 first-round draft picks.
Right.
My immediate thought was they should really give up Carmelo. If they gave Carmelo maybe like 2 first-round draft picks, that would have went through. Jimmy Butler's playing way better than Carmelo's playing right now. So,
and it's no disrespect to Carmelo. Like,
no,
I used to be a Carmelo fan until I realized that he is more so about the money and shit. But
yeah, it's just reality check.
At this point in time, he got drafted in 2003. It is 2018. He's in his 15th year in the league, and like that at that point in time, except for LeBron,
who was a freak
everybody
of nature,
starts to deteriorate.
Right.
I mean, after like 10 years in the league, you start you either are at the end of your prime or you're like towards the tail end of your prime.
Down. So I think with him,
Carmelo, he started to slow down. And my thing is like when you see Steph Curry. The main thing about Carmelo Anthony is that his defense is not all the way there. But
that's not the only thing.
When you see now it's not. When you see stars like Stephen Curry and James Harden, like their defense is not all the way there, but their offense is able to outweigh everything that they do on defense. Right. Carmelo used to be that type of player.
He's just a liability right now.
Yeah,
like literally when you're
he's a liability on both sides of the ball
on
now.
Both sides. That's my point. Like when you're you're not bringing anything offensively or defensively.
It's like why are you out here?
Right, and I think that's what they're realizing. It's like, okay, the Houston Rockets, they started off really good last year. Really fucking good. They ended
well too. Like
the only thing they did, they got rid of Ariza, which I feel like was a big fucking mistake. Ariza was really, really good. But they got rid of Ariza, and next thing you know, they bring it on Carmelo.
They thought that Carmelo's offense would have been able to outweigh.
Yeah, like if anything were to happen, if Harden is slipping up, because he does slip up every now and then.
There are some nights where he's not all the way on.
You know what I'm saying? Or Chris Paul is not picking up the slack. They thought, okay, we can rely on Carmelo. And I don't know if they watched Carmelo games last couple of years or whatever.
Especially in Oklahoma City, because
you can't really rely on Carmelo no more.
Painful.
Like, yeah. And he tried to, make excuses me. It's because of me coming off the bench. Maybe, but because you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, like, you're not playing good. I think maybe because he's coming off the bench. He's rushing his shots because he got to prove himself. But they're not falling for you, my G. Like
this is not happening.
I'm not saying that you should, give up or retire, but I think you are now a bench player at this point. Like moving forward, whatever team you go to, you're probably just gonna come off the bench.
I think Richard Jefferson said it best, where it's time for you, like Dwayne Wade is doing. It's time for you to start your farewell tour.
Yeah,
because you've done. I mean, you've pretty much done all that you can.
I know he wanted a ring, but it's not happening.
Nah, he didn't want a ring.
He wanted a ring.
He didn't want a ring.
If
he wanted a ring, he wouldn't have took that money in New York when he did.
No, he wants a ring now. That's what I'm saying. Him going to Houston,
but he still wants to be a starter. You can't have both. You can't.
Well, no, that's why he was
you
okay.
Can't be a starter.
That's why he was okay with coming off the bench in Houston. He was coming off the bench. Like, did he even start this season yet? No.
I have no idea. I haven't seen the Houston games for good reason.
He's been coming off the bench, and him coming off the bench, it's like a testament to the fact that he wants a ring. Houston almost beat the Golden State.
They almost
last year.
I feel like me personally, I feel like they would have beat the Warriors if Chris Paul was healthy during the playoffs.
Right.
Because he got injured in
the last 2 games, and he
5.
lost, and James Harden, and
then the Rockets missed like 27 threes in one game in Game 7. It's like,
right. So
if Chris Paul was there, I personally believe that the Rockets would have had the championship.
Yeah, I think so
Chris
too.
Paul didn't get injured.
I think. Well, I don't know. You know what's funny about that? I mean, I don't want to let's not fuck it. We'll just not go on. Because I think that if Cavaliers played the Rockets, they would have beat them.
Nah,
I think so.
I don't think so. Because I
think so.
First of all, the Western Conference is always strong in the Eastern Conference. That Eastern Conference wasn't weak, but LeBron was still strong enough. He had his powers to where he can carry a team past the Eastern Conference side of things.
When you have
wasn't doing anything against the
4
West.
All-Stars last year that Golden State did, LeBron can't cover for that. But when you only have 2,
LeBron still can't cover for that.
Yes, but he can do a lot more. They're not great. They're good shooters, but they're not great shooters like Golden State.
I'll say the series would have been closer than the Golden State one was.
I think it would have been up in the air though, honestly, because even when they played, I think what were they?
I don't really take too much from the regular season when it comes to West.